Hi, my name is Koku with blackfilm.com, you guys, and I'm here with Maryam Basir and Skyh Black, the stars of the all-black original Lace. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
You guys both look great, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about the show. It's really good and it's really interesting, and basically let's just talk about Lace. And Maryam, you anchor the show. This is your thing. This is your baby.
Yes, it is such an honor, and I'm just so humbled, and I feel like it was a great feat and to anchor the show, like you said, but it was a welcome task, and I had a great team of people that I worked with to make it all come together. You know what I mean? When you have a script that's like as exciting as Lace and as engaging, and I saw it in front of me, and I was just like so excited about the project. It makes it much easier. It makes it much easier to act opposite, different people like Skyh, who plays Othello, and a lot of the other characters. They make it easy. They make it fun, and they make it, like I said, it's engaging. So it was a welcome task.
And Skyh, talk to us about your character Othello. And Skyh, first of all, thank you, because you have always supported us.
I love that, man. Thank you for just tuning in and having me back and having us back. Othello is the quintessential, I would say, Black Renaissance man. Mm-hmm. Like Othello could be in the streets, right? And he could throw on some Timbs, and then he could throw on like a nice turtleneck and a fine tailored suit and speak any language that can get the job done. And that is really, I feel I took on the task of making sure that as Othello, Lacey, any and everything she wants, it was Othello's job to make sure that it happened and to make sure that it was seamless. And the thing I loved the most about Othello when I first saw the character was that it allowed me to be a completely Black man with my aesthetic in today's society, with tattoos, with as a lawyer, as a Harvard graduate lawyer. And I thought that was very, very important for some little kid, some young Black boy or young Black girl to see that and say, I don't have to look like what society depicts that this lawyer should look like. I can look like that and I will still be successful. So it was very important to me to play it, and to give my 150% to this role.
And I love that you said that, because honestly, like representation across the board, I talk about this so much incessantly. Like it's almost like where I'm just like beating people in the head with it. But representation is so important.
Super.
Some people just need to know that, like, dude, you don't have to be a certain kind of way,
Right. And even to interject, to just see Black Harvard graduate attorneys on TV, male, female, like you said, Skyh, they're going to be little girls who look up to and say, wow, I can be that, because they see it now in this generation. There are going to be little boys who can look up and say, the tattoos, like you said, without tattoos, to see somebody, a person of color, brown and Black people who are representing these characters, it's so aspirational. And we needed something like this for this generation.
I agree.
And so what I like about the show too is like, I mean, you guys, y'all both know y'all look good. You got the whole little sexy thing going on. You ain't gotta.
Thank you.
You ain't gotta prove yourselves to nobody. But it's like, I want to sort of kind of get into like what Skyh was saying in terms of like, you kind of get to be cool, but edgy, but also, in a brilliant capacity where it's like, you don't see that person in that way, but just good looking Black people, and I just like to see that, like representation. Like it just is so important to me. Like it was so cool to see that in the show. So what even drew you guys to the roles in the first place?
Mary?
Well, I basically, as soon as I saw the script and Michelle and Katrina approached me about being Lace, I absolutely couldn't say no. It was a no-brainer. When I read it, the content, at first my manager came to me and he's like, I have this project they want to see you for, and he told them to send me the script, and I read it and I was just blown away from page 1. And I said, well, I don't know if you've seen episode 1. Have you seen episode 1?
I know, I saw it. I watched it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so on episode 1,
I don't do nothing without knowing what's going on.
It starts with like the drama. And so it's just like, I was like, whoa, this is the kind of stuff that I want to do. And I was so ready to say yes, and so I just basically couldn't say no. When I saw the content, the quality of it, and then, the more I got to see like who was involved in it, and, you know, then when I got to set, I was just like even more excited about it. I'm like, wow, it was at such a high level, and I want to be able to do quality, high level projects that, you know, are showing us at our best. So I'm happy to do it.
What about you, Skyh?
I'm gonna take it to the South for a minute. When you ask God for something, God gives you what you want. So I'm a firm believer in asking and putting out there what you want. And I was in the middle of actually shooting, and I said, I do not want to play another guy that's getting out of jail. I don't want to play another gangster. I don't want to audition for another drug dealer. I don't want to do that. I want to do something else. I want to do something that goes totally and completely against my physical aesthetic. I don't want to be this overly hypersexualized or toxic masculinity type of a character. And I had worked with one of the producers on Lace, Angela White. And I worked with her earlier in my career when I was pretty much just really getting my feet wet. And she called me the next day and she was like, hey, I have a project I think you'd be good for. And I met with Katrina and Michelle over Zoom because actually it was over FaceTime. And they told me about the project and they told me who Othello was. And I said, sign me up. I literally just asked for this last night.
It's like that. It's like that.
I said, sign me up. And I actually went and did an audition scene. I said, well, let me win it. You know, I was like, let me win it. And it's the scene, I don't know if it's in the first or second episode. I think it's the first episode where it's the scene where I meet Chelsea, played by Molly. And it's the scene where I'm sitting down and I'm saying, hello, Miss Gamble, da, 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 da. And just literally as I started to delve into the voice of Othello came, the characteristics, his isms, and I was just like, oh my God, this feels great. It was a feeling that took over me with playing the character. And I love that. And I lie to you not. I cannot be Othello without it takes over me. As cliche as it sounds, it's true. It's true. Thing that just happens.
You guys,
I think it happens when the character is like meant for you. It was written for you. It's like, you know, you get into that mode and you just, okay, activating Lacey McCullough. As soon as the hair, makeup, wardrobe, and everything comes on, and same thing with you, I'm sure, you know, you get into your mode. And it's just like, okay, Othello and who you actually are goes out of the window for a few minutes while you shoot, while you're.
I wondered because, and it's kind of speaking to what Skyh is saying, and it's kind of one of those things that you just don't want to sort of say out loud. But a lot of times, like, we sort of typecast people as sort of the so-called pretty people. Do you guys ever feel like, damn, like what you were saying, Skyh, like I just want to be taken seriously. I want to take on a character that's not going to have his shirt off all the time. You know, that's going to be serious. That's going to, like, does it sort of like, do you feel like sometimes you're narrowed into categories? It's like, does that get troubling as an actor? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a different type of predicament, you know?
Yeah, I always say, and you know, I don't want to be, you know, people are, oh, well, it's champagne problems.
No,
yes and no.
That's
yes
not fair.
And no.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Yes and no, because it's like, I respect the craft so much that I did it, and especially in the age of social media and filters, I feel like I had to, it was almost just as much as it was an asset, it was almost a sword at the same time. You know, to come in and like, oh, here we go. You know, people feel like from a picture,
people gonna pick,
prejudge.
They're gonna pick at the pretty guy. They're gonna keep on like, oh, he not, you know, they're gonna do it. They're gonna poke the bear.
And maybe they won't even see your talent because they're too distracted.
Yep.
You know, of course we don't want, you know, they're like, oh, well, this person, they have an idea in their mind already about how you're gonna be, or like thinking you can't act or whatever.
Yep.
You know, and you know, I think it comes with it. I think that we all kind of want roles that are not like over sexualized, like they're sexy and then there's something else. You know what I mean? There's, you know, it's good to be taken seriously as an actor, you know. And recently I just won Best Actor for a film that I did called Holiday. Best Actress. Thank you.
Congratulations.
For a film that I did like in Hollywood a couple weeks ago.
Just threw that in there.
Yeah. So, but I'm just saying that to say that it felt good to be kind of like, you know, when you're recognized for the craft, you know what I mean, for the actual craft.
And by your peers, you know.
I also think
you're recognized by your peers for your actual craft of acting, you know what I mean. So
completely,
it feels
and
good.
that's also up to the actor. It's up to the actor, especially the actors who are coming up. You have to take control of your career. You have to take control of your career and say, hey,
how you want it to be. Yep.
How I want it to be. How do I want to be perceived? What do I want to put out there into the world? What do I want to give people?
But then at the same time, Skyh, I have to interrupt you. If you're hot though, you know what I mean? Like
it's just gonna be what it is, right?
It is, you know what I mean? Like you're hot. You know what I mean? Accept it. You know, utilize, certain things.
Both of y'all pretty.
Thank you. Accept it, but don't rely on it.
Don't rely on it, for sure. Always have that. That's why I brought up the thing about actor, your craft. That's why I even brought that up, because I want, it feels good to be acknowledged for something, not for your looks, not for, anything like that, but for your craft. And it's important. Like I already know how you are, Skyh, about working on your craft and how important that is to you.
That's what I love about the project the most. I mean, it's not easy. It's not an easy feat to do lace. And the project demanded that craftsmanship. Completely.
Comes, yeah.
Because there's moments it's serious, but then there's moments where there is a little bit of comedy. There's also just exactly like there's nuance. You
have to flex. You have to flex every aspect of it. You hit the comedic beats and you hit the dramatic beats.
I saw it. It's not just reading lines. Like it's
and you didn't even get to episode 6 yet.
I ain't even there yet. I can't wait.
So many surprises.
I want to bring it back around. Let's just talk about Lace. Like, let's just make sure that people understand what this project is about. It is on ALLBLK. I know we have a little bit of limited time here. I want you guys to know that Maryam and Skyh are both two dope actors, and they're really putting their all into this work. And what should people take away from this project?
Anything is possible, and you can do anything. You can do anything. You can do anything. I think that's it, limitless possibilities.
I love what you said at first too, when you were talking about like the idea of being a Harvard lawyer, and it's like you don't have to necessarily.
Black excellence.
Exactly.
Black excellence. Black and brown people on TV doing the spectrum,
Yes.
And having something so high level, it's very inspirational.
I love that message, and I love that about you guys. Again, I know you guys have a limited amount of time. Today is a huge press day for them, and I'm sitting here wasting these folks' time.
No, you're not.
No. It was a pleasure talking to blackfilm. Thank you for having us.
Thank you guys so much. My name is Koku, blackfilm.com. I'm here. Can I say it the way I would say it in real life?
Say it, come on.
Okay, so I'm here with Maryam.
Yes. Yes.
Maryam Basir and
Skyh
Black.
Maryam.
These are my two new friends, and we're here to talk about the original show Lace. Maryam gets to anchor the show, which is really super freaking cool. Skyh is a friend of blackfilm.com, and he always supports us. And I just love that I got to have this time with them. I'm honored, truly.
Thank you so much. So are we.
Thank you guys. I love you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Have a good one. Take care.
You too. Bye.
If you want to see more content like this on blackfilm.com, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell.